What's the worst way to break up with someone? Before we begin, do us a favor by clicking that like button, and subscribe to our channel for more top Reddit stories every day. Bottle it, marry them, then spend 30 plus years together. The American dream actually had an aunt spit on her husband's grave after 52 years of marriage. Turned out he best her and apparently even caused a miscarriage once, but she couldn't divorce because scandal. Oh, Peter. Okay, yeah, yikes. By not even communicating the breakup but still communicating with them, while slowly becoming less and less talkative until they finally figure out that the relationship is over in their own. It's slow torture. Just be honest and straightforward. Been there. Best friend did that to me, until it got to the point where I was being straight up ghosted. 10 years of a friendship that was more important to me than anything else in the world. At first I would send a text every 2 to 3 days begging to have a conversation, then just for some sort of confirmation that she was listening and we'd talk eventually. Then I decided I deserved better and told her that she was a horrible person and that was a horrible thing to do and she was never to contact me ever again. Weeks later I found out from a mutual friend that she thought I was so unfair and she was absolutely devastated because she did want to talk to me eventually. Stuck to my guns, moved on with my life. Fuck her, literally going through that right now. Best friend of 10 plus years, been through so much together that I considered her family. It sucks because like you said, we would talk eventually, making me think the friendship wasn't really over, when I knew deep down she didn't want to have anything to do with me anymore. I decided that I don't wanna play this stupid game anymore and I've cut her out of my life. We deserve better than this. My boyfriend broke up with me by texting me asking how my day was. I said fine, how was yours? He responded with great, had a fantastic day with my girlfriend. I was at work all day. We had been together for 4 years, and been living together for 2. He had been cheating on me, and decided to leave me for his mistress. Good times. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever read. Are you sure he wrote it and not his jealous mistress? I thought about that, but even if it was her, what followed was just as bad. He proceeded to blame the whole situation on me. He tore me down, telling me all the ways I was a failure, and what a monster I was. All publicly on social media. He even posted screenshots of our conversations to Facebook and ridiculed me, including the ones of me begging him not to leave, and disclosed some very personal things I confessed to him. I got sent videos of him and his new girlfriend durning intimate time, and he would tell her, "Oh, you do this so much better than her, you feel so much better than she ever did. I never loved her like I love you." The real fucked up thing is, up until that text I thought we were happy. We had even talked about getting engaged. I guess I had been depriving him of attention and making him feel unwanted because I became a full-time student, and worked a full-time job after high school. He was lonely sitting at the house by himself all day. He only worked part-time. I was boring because after a 16-hour stay I wanted to sleep, and not go out and party. Went as far to say that me being gone that long was emotional abuse, and I didn't love him. I get where he's coming from, and I understand why he left. I'll just never understand why he chose to do it like that. As much as I hate to admit this, here goes. After he did that, I spent the next 8 to 9 months desperately trying to convince him to snap out of whatever the fuck that was and come home. I debased the hell out of myself and allowed him to treat me like total shit, which he later told me he was doing in an attempt to make me angry rather than sad/needy so it would be easier for me to deal with, constantly, but I was seriously desperate for any kind of attention from him, so his shitty treatment of me did next to nothing to stop me from sleeping with him again. I ended up getting pregnant with our daughter, despite us both deciding a long time ago neither of us wanted children. A much larger part of me wanted to keep the baby, and when I told him I was doing so, he told me he wanted nothing to do with us. At that point I knew it was time to stop chasing him for good, and ended up becoming very close with a mutual friend of ours, which soon evolved into a romantic relationship. Literally the second he saw me happy with our friend for the first time in a year. He completely flipped a script and wrote me this bullshit letter outlining his sudden realization that he wants to spend the rest of his life with me, raise our child together, and spend the foreseeable future rebuilding trust with me after what he had done. And you know what? My stupid ass actually bought that shit. Mostly because it was what I had spent 9 months waiting to hear, even though it was painfully obvious that he was only having this revelation because he became jealous the moment he saw another man making me happy. So the friend and I break things off and I go back to my ex. To his minor credit, he was wonderful to me throughout my pregnancy. I'll give him that. However, 3 months ago he left me again. This time he had the balls to actually tell me he was doing it, but failed to bring up any of the reasons he cited for it at any time before that exact moment, so that I couldn't have possibly done anything to change it, as I was unaware of it completely. Long story short, I wasted many years of my life being hopelessly in love with a total pussy who had zero qualms with making sure I had horrible trust and abandonment issues for years to come because he didn't feel that learning to effectively communicate was worth the effort. He also made a point to fuck anything that could fog a mirror within moments of leaving me both times. Long story short, he's a complete ass and I have serious issues with mistaking quantity for quality. Just because you have a large amount of time under your belt with someone doesn't mean it's worth fuck all, and people will always surprise you. Christmas Eve my ex got all of her gifts because we wouldn't see each other the next day because she would be busy. Turns out she had been cheating on me with another guy and she just wanted to get her gifts. After packing everything she says, "Oh yeah, we are done, I'm seeing someone else," and left. We were together for several years and engaged at that point, but at least I got the ring back. Edit. Thanks for silver. I didn't know my worst moment would turn out to be my best on Reddit XD, and this was 2011. I moved on and married my middle school crush. We have been together for 6 years now. This is why I get paranoid and eventually avoidant whenever I hear someone's busy. People who start liking you less will masquerade it as a small white lie. It's so damn common. I never know what to do but put my emotional walls up whenever I hear I'm busy. So true. I'm busy all the time, but I take a second to let my boyfriend know what kind of busy that is, and send stories of anything fun/funny that occurs, and send random hearts throughout the day. It's not that hard to include your partner even if you are busy. If someone just says that and gives no reason, it's pretty sketchy emo. Thank you for the comment. Been getting the busy line from GF lately. Your comment makes many good points. I've been ghosted before. We weren't officially dating, but it still sucks. Here's the full story I posted on another thread. A couple of years ago this girl messaged me on Reddit saying she really connected with a comment I made about first seeing the ocean because she had just gone through a similar experience. She was going to come down to Chicago to visit a friend of hers and asked for suggestions of things to do. I gave her a bunch and then we kept talking and finding out we had more and more in common. We eventually started talking over the phone and text messages, and when she came down we went out for burgers and beer. We kept talking every day after that and I was really starting to like her. She said she wanted to come down to Chicago again and if she could stay with me. I told her of course, and a few weeks later she was here for Saturday and Sunday. Really it was mostly Sunday because she got in late on Saturday and fell asleep on my couch. The next day we went to the zoo and had a really amazing day. After that we came back to my place and decided to go to the brewery nearby which made a beer that had her name in it. We went there and then ended up bar hopping through until we ended up near the dive bar by my apartment. We drank and played pool there and eventually grabbed some to-go beers and headed back. I asked if she wanted to see the place by the river I liked to go and drink and think. We sat and eventually started making out and decided to head back to my apartment. We hooked up and then the next day went to the south side to get breakfast at a place she really liked near her friend's apartment before she had to drive back. We kept talking after that and I was planning on coming up to visit her in Detroit. But then one day she just ghosted me out of nowhere. Not as horrible as some other stories, but it was really shitty for me because I actually really liked this girl and to this day I have no idea why she stopped talking to me. Sent her/him invitation to your wedding. Sarah, I have something important to ask you. I'm ready to settle down, and I'm ready to do it soon. Now even I know I've found my soulmate, my true match, the one who completes me. Sarah, will you come with me right now, this very moment, to the courthouse? I have to marry my soulmate this instant, and your mom and I want you to be our witness. A friend of mine dated a girl who was engaged. She was Mormon and her fiancé was a missionary, gone for 2 years, and they all had an understanding of it being cool that she dated in that time her fiancé was gone and get married once he returned. My friend basically dated her for 2 years like a legit relationship until her fiancé returned and went to the damn wedding. Typical of the whole awkward missionary thing. Thank you for watching this fantastic story. Please tap one of the 4 videos on the screen for another amazing top Reddit stories.